bunch of damn lemons? What am I supposed to do with these?
I always come back.
Why was the timing of like the bard core getting to the apex of the song like perfect for when the timer ran out? That was like cinematic. That was like scarily cinematic, honestly. Yippee! Hi, Kimber. Hi, everybody. I am so stinking cold today. Oh my god. And that's not, you hear me say that and you think, oh, it must be like cold outside. That's crazy. Like it's May. It shouldn't be cold in Canada. Or it's June. It's not May. Where am I? It's June. It shouldn't be cold in Canada. No. It's like abhorrently hot out today for the season. And so we have the air conditioning on because the rest of the house gets really hot. But my little workshop down here, my little office, happens to be in a basement. And oh my god, you guys. In the winter, this is the coldest place in the world. In the summer, this is the coldest place in the world. In the fall, coldest place in the world. In the spring, coldest place in the world. So I had to turn the AC off because nobody else is home right now. And I'm just working. So I've had to turn the AC off because if not, there is a vent directly above my head that just blows cold air directly onto my body when it's already cold down here, and it makes me feel like I'm going crazy. So currently, despite the fact that it is 26 degrees Celsius outside, I am wearing long sleeve pajama pants. Long sleeve, they're pants. Like long pajama pants, a sweater, and then the bright neon orange hoodie that I'm wearing for Charlie from Smiling Friends at YetiCon next week. I'm wearing that too because I determined I was still too cold in my pajama pants and my sweater and that I needed another layer. And this was sitting across the room from me, like ready to get packed for YetiCon, and I was like, I'll put it on. So the outfit, the fit, abhorrent. The warmth, I'm not even that warm. I'm still kind of cold. I'm like curled up in a ball. I'm under a blanket. But then again, I'm always under a blanket. That's the one thing. This is the one thing about me that I think is so funny is no matter what, I am always going to be under that blanket. I could be sweating profusely, but if I'm like sitting on a couch or sitting on a chair and I have my way about it, I will be under a blanket. I find them so comfortable, and they're like a necessity to me. Like some people are like, I can't leave the house without wearing pants. I can't sit on a couch without a blanket. I feel wrong. I feel wrong and I feel evil. Yeah, sorry. That was me ranting about being cold all the time. I'm cold all the time, and then I go outside and I'm hot all the time, and then I get heat exhaustion all the time. Never forget when I went to Walt Disney World nearly 3 years ago at this point, 2.5 years ago. And I got heat exhaustion in Epcot. That was really, really great time to be like in the middle of like the Morocco pavilion, and I'm like, guys, I gotta sit down. I'm scared. Really good time. You are so funny to me. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you find my quirks and my weirdness endearing. I hope you find me endearing, if not a little bit strange. I hope you find me strange, but in like a loving way. You're like, aww. Like when like a dog is like a little weird. Like when a dog's a little weird, you can excuse it because you're like, oh, they're a dog. They're so small. They don't know better. Like that, but like with minus the dog part. Because if you call me a dog, I'll be like a little offended. But like everything else, like yeah, I am a little weird. I've updated so many patterns since the last stream, you guys. I've updated so many. I like almost completely redrafted Marcial and Phelan. They're completely new. With like new grading, new instructions, new everything. I was working on the gusseted gloves, I think, the last time we did a stream like this. The cape's done. I did the kigurumi. And I also have gift cards now. That's fun and new as of today, because I am going to be sponsoring some conventions this summer with gift cards and stuff. So you can also buy gift cards now, which is fun. If you ever wanted a gift card for you or a friend. A little joyous thing just for you. Let me switch over to Chloe. That's what's new with me. I've been working a little bit like a dog, admittedly. I've been working like crazy because I've been trying to get as many patterns as I can updated while also keeping up with my commissions. And let me tell you, all work, no play make for Peyton go crazy. Peyton go crazy. I struggle a lot with finding a good balance of like work and play. And my problem is my concept of play is not going anywhere. So it's very funny. I have gone out the last 2 nights because it's Pride and there's a lot of drag shows, and we obviously want to go to the drag shows because, among many other reasons, I am friends with a lot of the local drag artists. I want to go support them. And Peter's also just gotten into drag, my partner Peter. So like we go out, we go to a lot of drag shows. And I love going to a drag show, do not get me wrong. But like going out somewhere where you have to like cheer and hoot and holler and like the music is loud and the music is booming. As much as that is play and I have a great time, it also like exhausts me. It makes me feel like I'm going a little bit crazy if I do too many of them at once. So last 2 nights of like going to drag shows, I came home last night and I just like crashed. I crashed so bad. And like all of last night, I felt like somebody had like taken a brick and like hit me in the head with a brick. Which, you know, that's real. That's how I feel about like general vacations. They make me so tired sometimes. No, my mom has this philosophy which she calls a vacation from her vacation, which is whenever she goes on a vacation for like a week somewhere, when she comes home, the day after like her travel day home, she'll take off of work just so she has a day to sit at home and do nothing so that she can like decompress from her vacation. And I have taken that philosophy in so hard. Like if you see me at like a convention weekend or something, the day after I get home from the convention, I will do absolutely nothing all day to reset myself and be ready for like the rest of the week. Because if not, I just feel like I'm go, 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 and no stop. Like I love calling it a vacation from your vacation because that makes it sound so silly. But like she makes points. She's making points, I fear. My mother's a very smart woman. So I am working on something insane. I'm working on something utterly insane. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see the let me point the seam ripper. I don't know if you can see the current project above me up here. Let me make them bigger in case you can't. If you are of a certain age or were on the internet at a certain time in your life, this image should cause you as much mental distress as it causes me. And you're seeing this and you're thinking, wow, that's crazy, Peyton. What? Why is that there? Did somebody commission you to make Bill Cipher? No. This is for me. This one's for me. I didn't even have Tumblr for so long and I'm getting Akira. And yeah, my mom's is the same thing. Our moms are smart. Sorry, I don't know why it gets to me so bad. I am a guest at DASHCON 2 next month. Beginning of July 5th, I believe. I am a guest. I am a judge for their cosplay contest. And I cannot show up empty-handed. I cannot show up empty-handed. So I am going full crazy. I'm like, if I'm going to DASHCON 2 and I'm guesting at DASHCON 2, it is my job as a guest to bring something hilarious. So I am going to do my own take on the human Tumblr sexy man Bill Cipher design because I've always wanted to cosplay Bill Cipher. Like, for decades. For 40 years, I've wanted to cosplay Bill Cipher, you see. But I've never done it for one reason or another. But I think that DASHCON 2 is literally the perfect time to do it. I remember drawing a version of that image when I was younger. I was also obsessed with yassified Bill Cipher. We all were. Listen, we were all in the trenches together being obsessed with Tumblr sexy man Bill Cipher. If you were on the internet at a certain time, he was inescapable. Him and the Onceler were inescapable. Speaking of the Onceler, I was at one of the drag shows this week that I've been to. One of the drag kings performed How Bad Can I Be? And you guys, I did not realize that it would be such a good drag number until I saw a drag king performing it, and then I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. It was like perfect. This was exactly the kind of thing that I want to see like drag kings perform. I was like, yeah, this is it. This is the peak. We as a society have peaked. But yeah, I am going to be cosplaying Bill Cipher because I think it's funny. And you know what it is? And I'm tired of pretending it's not. But that means I get to make a vest. And I love to make a vest. I whipped out a vest in like one day for the Joker, for my Western Joker for C2E2. And it was such a fun little project that I'm like, oh, I could whip out this vest easily. Because the rest of his outfit is like a pair of black dress pants, and then you have to worry about like the wig and the eye patch and like the makeup and stuff. And I was like, oh, easy. I can do this so easily. That is going to flatten very strangely. Sorry. Why is this avatar caked up? Is anybody else seeing this? Tiny thighs and a big old booty. I think the thighs are the wrong size, to be fair, for these measurements. But very hilarious, the concept that a huge junk going on in the trunk right now. I think I'm gonna probably need to add like a dart. Maybe like right here? A double wide, exactly. Probably gonna need to add a dart there. I want to see if that does what I want it to do when I flatten it. Does it? Wait, it does? Oh my god. I did not expect that to do that. I have all this leftover yellow fabric from making Zelda, like, eons ago. I made Zelda in 1905, as we all know. I made my Zelda costume in 1905. Nobody had ever cosplayed Zelda before. She wasn't even invented, but I did it. I have all of this leftover yellow fabric, and I'm like, it would be perfect for Bill. Did I sew these together? Yeah, I did. Okay, I'm gonna change the color of this fabric so they can see what I'm doing. My fabric's like a little bit oranger. Yeah. Wow. Wow, this is awesome. That actually did exactly what I wanted it to do. That's hilarious. I actually need to, yeah. Need to make this into more of like a proper dart. I got a BRB for a meeting. I hope to see Mr. Bill when I'm freed. Be so safe. Be so safe, worker bee. Do I want the dart or do I not? I don't want the dart, but I need to make this deeper. I definitely need to make this deeper. What was I saying before that? I got distracted. I was talking about double wide cake, probably, knowing me. I think I need like a dart here. But then I'm like, I don't know if I want to mess around with a dart here because of the fact that I'm probably going to be binding when I'm wearing Bill. And I don't really have a chest when I'm binding. But let me try something here. Oh. Oh. Evil. Oh, there's evil going on. Yes, but I am guesting at DASHCON 2, which if you've been around for the stream for a while, you know that when I found out about DASHCON 2, I was talking about it on stream about how cool I thought it was that they were doing a DASHCON 2, especially in Toronto. And so I literally just messaged them. That's what I did. I messaged DASHCON 2 and I was like, what can I do to guest here? I was like, just tell me and I'll do it. And they were like, do you want to judge our costume contest? And I was like, boy, do I. Boy, do I. Thank you. And that's why I ended up here. Was I essentially just shot my shot. And I was like, what's the worst that can happen? They say no. And they said yes. So very grateful to the DASHCON 2 team who saw me and they were like, yeah, sure. Because now I get to do something that is going to look utterly insane on my resume. And I'm so excited to do it. I'm so excited to get to say, yeah, I judged the DASHCON 2 cosplay contest. Oh, no. I kind of want this to be longer, but not in the way you think. 5, both. I think that might not be the right move. I definitely don't think that was the right move, actually. Change to like 4.5. DASHCON is where all the cursed energy should be, so the bill is a perfect fit. Exactly. Exactly. Like, it is the perfect place. If I'm going to cosplay a Tumblr sexy man anywhere, I should be doing it at DASHCON too. Like, it just made sense, because I didn't know what I was going to wear, because, like, all of my costumes, none of them really give, like, Tumblr DASHCON haunting, scary energy. Like, none of them were truly cursed enough that I was like, yeah, I can do this. And then I was like, well, can I make Bill Cipher? I think I can make Bill Cipher. And so I'm just gonna do it. I am just going to do it. I hate how those sit. Out. Out. That's better. That's better, but I think... No, that's actually good. I was going to say, I think I actually need those further down, but no, we're good. Those, however, point out too far this way. I want them to point in further. Why are you... Ew. Oh, that was ugly. Some of you are ugly. Okay, yeah, I did mess up the shape of that a little bit. Yes, like that. But yeah, I want to do like the whole shebang. I figure it's not too hard because all I really have to do is kind of make this vest, and then he wears like a shirt underneath, a pair of black dress pants. I can wear like my demonias to add like a little bit of height to what I'm wearing, or I can wear like a pair of black dress shoes. And then like make a wig, make an eye patch, and then I can do like really fun makeup with the one eye that's open. And then I'm like set. Frankly, I'm set. No. But yeah, I'm very excited to be a guest at DASHCON 2. I'm like very grateful that they saw my silly message and they were like, yeah, sure. They're like, yeah, sure, get in here. 7.214. Because then I just love getting to do like silly things. I love to be silly. Sometimes my job can be very serious, but other times I just want to be silly. And sometimes being silly means cosplaying Bill Cipher. I don't know what to tell you. The only thing is, I've been looking at how other people do their cosplays and how they do the brick pattern detail he's got on with his outfit here. Like, let me grab it. Like, he's got like a little like brick pattern thingy going on here. And I'm a little bit stumped about how I want to do that. I might just see if I can buy trim, but I'm also trying to do this without buying anything. So I'm like, ugh, do I just top stitch it? But then that's not going to give enough detail. And I'm like, ugh, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do with it. I like this shape for the vest though. So I am going to, first of all, turn that off. Can turn this to like 38. Really tempted to contact PopCon XYE about guesting next year. I think guesting would be super fun. Guesting is super fun. It's hard. I'm not gonna like sit here and be like, oh, it's easy. Like it's a job, and that's why I think so many conventions should pay their guests, because it's not cheap. It's not, easy work by any means. It is work. It is a job, but it's very, very fun, and I think very fulfilling for me personally to guest places. I always find it very very humbling to guest somewhere, to have a convention be like, no, we want you here. We want you to, represent the convention, and we want to have you here. And it's better when conventions are willing to, pay that money to, if it's a convention that's not near you, pay that money to house you in a hotel and, pay for your travel and pay for your food and stuff. And a lot of conventions don't want to do that. Admittedly, they don't want to do that. They do not want to pay. A lot of conventions don't have it in the budget. That's one thing. If it's like a small convention, but there are some big conventions, which I will not name, that refuse to pay their cosplay guests. And it's not very good. Let me just say that. Takes a Kermit the Frog style sip of my juice. But I always say, if people want to guest at conventions, just reach out to a convention. Reach out to a convention, and pitch yourself, essentially. Tell them why you would be a good fit, why they want you as a guest specifically. What is the benefit of having you there? And you never know what might happen. That's how I ended up at DASHCon. That's how I ended up at DASHCon. That's how I ended up at Anime Toronto. That's how I ended up at Fan Expo. That's how I ended up at C2E2. That's how I ended up at BroadwayCon. C2E2, I applied to be a content creator. BroadwayCon, I applied to be an affiliate. Fan Expo, I applied to be a guest. But Anime Toronto and DashCon 2, I just cold emailed them. I just found their guest coordinator emails, and I just reached out. And I was like, hey, I'm interested in guesting in this. Here's what I can do, essentially. Here's why you want me as a guest. And a lot of people are very receptive about it, which is nice. He's got this undershirt going on, which is cute. It's cutie pie. But I'm do I want to pattern that as a what do we call it? What do we call those? I have to Google fake shirt. What do they call those? Dickie, that's what we call them. We call them dickies. Dickies, or bibs, where they're not a full shirt, they just cover exactly what you need. I did one of those when I cosplayed Meg from Phantom of the Opera. Because she was the same way, where she was a vest, and then you could see the shirt underneath, but I didn't want to wear a whole shirt. So I think a dickie is the move here. But then he's got black sleeves, so I'm should I make a dickie, or should I make a crop top that goes underneath this? I might do that. I might make a crop top. Let me go to my modular library here. Button down. Yeah, because the long sleeves on these are crazy. One. Can I get one without a back placket? Thank you. 2, 3. Yeah. Then I can take all of these and scoot them here. This is not going to fit my body type at all. Watch this. Oh, poor thing. Oh, you poor thing. Oh. Sweetheart, that's so ugly. Oh, sweetheart, that's ugly. It is not the right size. Can I? A lot of times when this happens, I just like size it up. I think I'm going to do that with this, but I think I need to merge some things first. Don't tell me that. Merge. Oh, come on. Merge. Half symmetric, failed linking. Stop that. One more time, please. I think sometimes it gets mad when it does like the symmetric patterning. There we go. And then can I merge you two together? There we go. This looks crazy right now, I won't lie. I'm going to make it gray just so I can see it easier on the model. There we go. And I will add the color in later because I'm a little scared right now, especially because I'm adjusting things so much. Let me see you strain map. Yeah, you are straining everywhere. That's what I thought. Can I see? I'm actually gonna... That actually helps a ton. That actually helps a ton in telling me how much I need to bring this out. And for the back... Yeah, the back needs to come out too. And then look at that. That already fits so much better. It's still tight around the chest. Oh, why aren't you... Hi? Hello? Let me delete all these buttons. Where do you sew together? You sew together only at the buttons? That's scary. Don't do that. Can I sew you like there? There we go. And I sew that like there. There we go. Button placket. Why are you... The best part about this is I don't need to worry about anything above a certain, like below a certain level because I'm making this like a crop thing. So if I take this and I like trace it, I go around to the back, and I take this and I trace it, and I go 1, 2, extended trim to pattern outline, and I go 1, 2, 1. And I go cut and sew. Oh, you're throwing a fit. That's what you're doing. I see what's going on now. Hi, can we line up in the middle, please? Thank you. Cut and sew. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. The idea of a cropped button-up shirt is kind of killing me. Like, hey, what's up? You don't fit in some spots. And also, are you even sewn to the sleeves? No, you are. Okay, I'm not crazy. To nobody's surprise, this does not fit. 3.616. You are 6.573, and you are 5. Yeah, exactly. Can I just do this? Does that fix anything? Not really. No, not really, but thank you for asking. Yeah, these sleeves. Oh, this like just didn't sew to itself at all. That's why there's so many fit mistakes happening. Joy Psycho on YouTube says hello. Hello! Hello, we are working on Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls, but like specifically the Tumblr Sexy Man version right now. And currently I am struggling with patterning out this shirt that doesn't want to fit. .189 versus 10.189. So you do fit. You're the same length. 9.6 versus 9.8. Okay. That's actually not that bad. 9.841. There we go. Oh, no. That's not what I asked. 9.841. Please. Thank you. Why do you have curves? Why do you need to curve? Where? And like this doesn't need to curve either, to be frank. Hi, can we? Wow. Oh yeah? Wow. Okay, now that fits better, but I don't really like how it fits, to be frank. It pulls. It pulls, which means these are not. Make you 6. I don't think I have enough armhole space here. Change length 6. Yeah, now you don't fit at all. That's what I figured. Then how? You're 10.189, you need to be 10.5. Okay, can I take this and just go? There we go. And you are 9 and you need to be 10. So we'll just go like that. I think this curve is too substantial is probably the issue I'm having here. There's way too much of a curve here. I love Gravity Falls. I do too. I do too. I've been wanting to do this cosplay for years, and I'm very glad I finally have the opportunity to do it because it's so fun to me. This just wants to be... Oh, I see the issue here. It is way too far in at the front and not far enough at the back. I see what's going on here. Let me do like that. Does that fix it? Not really. I thought that would fix it. Who's your favorite character? Is it a cop-out to say Bill? I think that's kind of the obvious answer based on what I'm cosplaying, but I always thought Bill was like one of those like instantly, eternally iconic characters where it's like we are going to be talking about how iconic Bill Cipher was like as a character and as a character design for like decades to come. He's one of those like instant classic character designs for me. Like absolutely adore. I was making this little top so much harder than it should be. Why are you like that? But I've also cosplayed Mabel before, and I love Mabel. I think she's so cute. When the show first came out, I was like, you know, I think I was in like middle school, and she was so me. She was so me, like unabashedly weird and like silly. And I was like, I love her. I low-key dislike Bill. How? How? He's the best. I love him. 9.223. Okay, so I just need to make the sleeve smaller. 9.5, and you need to be 9.2. 9.2. Oh, 9.25. I could never. I could never. Bill was like so instantly iconic that I was like, I love you. I love you. There needs to be characters like you all the time, forever. Severe. Oh. Special air quality statement. My phone just went off with like a weather alert. I was like, what? What did I do? Okay, that fits a lot better than it did. Perfect. Now... I weirdly like Dipper. It's probably because I'm a nerd, but yeah. He's also the main character and made to be likable, so I don't think that's weird. I think everybody likes Dipper. I think Dipper's meant to be liked. That's not what I meant to do. I think if he didn't like Dipper, that'd be weirder, because it's like, what did he ever do to you? Make these slightly longer. Oh, to my Twitch Warriors, ads are going to start any second now. If you get a weird ad, you are legally required to tell me what weird ad you got, because I'm nosy and I want to know. Sometimes they're strange. So I always want to know if they're weird, because I don't get to see them. Some people hate it when people like the main character shows. That's weird. That's so weird. They're the main character for a reason. Like, I don't get that. They're the main character for a reason. Why wouldn't I like them? Like, there are some main characters in some shows that I cannot stand, to be fair. But Dipper? Instantly lovable. Everybody loves Dipper. Huh. I think I might make these sleeves out of like a stretch fabric. Oh Lord. I might make these out of a stretch fabric to make them a little bit tighter, because right now they're like not a stretch fabric. But, you know. You're cool. I'm a sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm glad I showed up in your recommendeds, or however you found me. However the YouTube algorithm brought you. Oh, you're very saturated. You should not be that saturated. There we go. What was I saying? I lose my train of thought so often. But like, I don't get when people are like, yeah, I don't like this character. Like, okay, do you want a medal? My favorite is when I'm like cosplaying a character and then somebody's like, oh, I don't like that character. Like, okay. Like, all right, I do. I was watching a live and I got bored, so I started looking for more lives to watch. Well, you ended up in the right spot. You ended up in the right spot to my weird little corner of the internet where I make silly patterns. And I, you know, show off my purple tiefling and her little yelling friend. Speaking of which, Jeline girl, how are you feeling today? She died. Thank you, Jeline. Back to the shed you go. Okay, this looks so silly. I think I have to make a stand for this collar, but that doesn't mean I want to. That is a collar with a stand. OMG, that's cute. She makes randomly generated sounds. That's Jeline. She is the little mascot assistant of my VTuber, who is Zanirith, who is not me. I am Peyton. We are two different people. But she is a redeem on Twitch, where if you redeem your channel points, Jeline will make a random noise. And it's always silly and nonsensical, frankly. I hate that the live is ever so slightly in a delay. That's just how it works, unfortunately. I can't really fix it. I've tried. But unfortunately, that is the nature of broadcasting things live, is that there's always going to be like a couple second delay. I think there's a little bit less of a delay on Twitch than there is on YouTube, but I am broadcasting on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So I think one of them has to like have a little bit more of a delay because of that. And I think that's why YouTube is like a smidge slower. But I don't think it's too bad. Also, what are your pronouns? They, them. They, them, despite having a purple VTuber who is very much a femme lesbian, she's not me. This little purple thing is Zenirith, who is not me. I am Peyton. I'm a completely different person. I would never wear this outfit. Zenirith is just the mascot for my patterning. I'm pretending I'm working at work. Shh, hello, hi, Ashley. Ashley, shh, don't do your job. Don't do your job. Boss makes $1, you make a dime. That's why you watch YouTube on company time. Obviously, you're doing very important work. Oh, I don't like that. Why do you have a button on you? Just this random button. Why are these not mirrored at all, actually? That's evil. The joys of Clo 3D, but also the sheer joys of making a Tumblr sexy man costume right now. Some days I wake up and I complain about my job. Other days I wake up and I get to make Tumblr sexy man costume. And I have to admit to myself, no, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. This is actually pretty great. Who else? This is educational. It's professional development. Exactly. You're furthering your skills. Don't even worry about it. I think I sewed that backwards. I absolutely sewed that backwards. Wow. Aww. Beautiful. I saw Tumblr Sexy Man and came running. Honestly, no, literally. I have been like racking my brain about what I'm going to do when I guest at DASHCON 2 next month. And then the other day I was talking to my partner and I was like, I feel like I should cosplay a Tumblr Sexy Man. And he's like, well, why don't you do Bill Cipher? And it was like a beautiful bell rang in my brain. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. I could do Bill Cipher. That would be perfect. And it is going to be. Like, there is no place but DASHCON 2 to cosplay a Tumblr Sexy Man. Frankly, like, this is the perfect place to do it. If I'm going to do it anywhere, I'm going to do it here. And if I'm judging a cosplay contest where people are probably going to bring, like, their most Tumblr Sexy Man costumes, I gotta match their energy. It's getting late here where I live, so I'm probably gonna go to sleep now. Have a good sleep. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. But I'm like, I have to go full freak with it, frankly. Is somebody gonna match my freak? No, I'm matching my own freak. No. That is not what we've got going on here. Smaller. I wanna split that like right there. And then I wanna get the vague shape and then refine it. I need the vest. Bring me back my vest. Oh. Wow. Why was the vest fitting the body perfectly and now it's like this? Hi. There we go. Ooh. White visible in the armholes. Okay. I'm gonna try something here. It may not work. The things I do to not just have to wear an entire shirt underneath this is crazy, but it's going to be the middle of summer and I do not want to be wearing a whole outfit. There we go. I think this will work. Not what I meant to do. I think this will work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah! Needs to be bigger on the back. Okay. I understand now. Move style line. Can I? Yes, Eric. What, buddy? Why are you whining? I love my cat. He will like walk down the stairs and then just start like meowing at me and won't explain to me why. He's just like, I just want to whine like a little bit. Why is this not? Where did? Oh, there we go. I'm like, where did that go? That was 5. I need you to be like 6. Oh, I see what you want. Come here, Eric. Come here, baby. Oh, I know. Your life is so hard. Oh, your life is so hard. He has just crawled into my lap and is now purring profusely and trying to crawl on top of me as much as humanly possible. Hi, Eric. You just couldn't resist, huh? You know I'm supposed to be working. You know I'm supposed to be working, and you're like, no, not on my watch. Hi. Hi, what's up? You chilling? Oh, he's making biscuits on me. Like, he's in this for the long haul. Oh, Eric. He's bashing his face into my face. Hi. You act like you've never been shown love before, Bubby. Can you purr directly into the microphone, please? No? No? You just want to purr directly into my ear instead? Eric. Eric, purr into the microphone. There we go. Picked it up a little bit. There you go. Sweet boy. You're just a baby. You can't control it. Oh. Oh, thank you. Thank you. He, like, the thing is, when he crawls in my lap, he wants to, sit as much. He wants to, like, drape his body over top of both of my arms so I can't, like, do any sort of work. And then he demands pets. Like, he hasn't completely inhibited the use of both my arms. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that, buddy. Oh my god, you're shedding like crazy. Not on my cosplay hoodie that I'm supposed to be using for cosplay. The purrs! Yay, they did pick up, thank god. Eric, purr into the mic, sir. Can you purr directly into the mic, please? Very quietly. Very quietly. He does not want to purr. He's purring loud, but the mic does not want to pick it up. It hates you, Eric. It hates you. So cruel. So cruel when you are so cute. I know. I'm supposed to be working. I'm supposed to be working and you're shoving hair in my mouth. Yes. Sir, please, a few words. Eric, can we get an interview, please? Can we get an interview? My favorite thing is, I don't know what's up with him, but he gets overstimulated if he gets affection for too long. So if he stays here for probably about 5 more minutes, he will just randomly start biting me. And he will not offer any explanation. It's not that I like peeved him off or anything. He just gets to a point where he's like, okay, I bite now, actually. I'm evil now. I'm evil now, thank you. How far down is that? That is like... How's 2 inches look? Oh, that's exactly what I want. Right? No, I want it higher up, actually. How low is that? That is like... That's like 4 inches. So like, I want like 1 every like 1 inch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You said 4 inches. Oh, it's 4 inches from the bottom. I'm crazy. 1. That could be it, maybe? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. No, I hate that actually. Eric, I hate that. Eric, that's ugly. I think this V is too much, actually. Initially, I was like, I think I need more of a V. Now I'm like, I need less of a V. No, I just want you to go straight up, please. No. Can you just go straight up? No, can you just go straight up, please? Hi. Why this? Yeah, it does not want to go straight up. Okay, I will do that myself then. Fine. I will do it manually. There we go. And this can get lifted up. Oh, that's why. That's the issue here. I'm gonna make you layer 3. There we go. There we go. Things that are green right now are set as different layers in Clo 3D so that they don't, like, clip into each other. So the vest right now is layer 2, and then this part of the collar is layer 3. And then everything else is layer 0 or layer 1. So that they don't clip into each other and that Clo knows, like, what layers they're supposed to be. It's abhorrently finicky. Eric! Buddy! You are taking up so much space in my lap. You're taking up so much space. You are so small. Yet you are the size of the sun. He is, I swear to God, one of the largest cats in the world. The other day, I heard my roommate petting him and going, "Oh, you're so fat. Who's a fat little cat?" And I was like, yeah, he is. He is. He's well fed. He's well fed and very well loved. He's perfectly healthy. But he's also just kind of a little bit fat. Oh, did that anger you? I called him well fed and he got up and walked away. You can get off the desk. There you go. I start calling him names and he doesn't like that. Fine. I wasn't even being mean. I was being nice to him. I was saying nice things about him. I was not telling the people of the live stream all of your grievances, Eric. But I could. That's 5. I'll make that perfectly 5. And then the first button should be like there. Okay. And then right in the middle of that. 2.125. Okay. And then if I add buttons, how's that gonna look? 1, 2. Oh, perfect. 1, 2, 3. And then I want you to be plastic, and I want you to be black. There we go. Buttons. Okay. Back to this collar. Back to this strange collar. Needs to be longer. Oh. No. There we go. I'm so sad. I have had such inspiration to work on my YouTube videos this week, but I've had to do other work. And then I wouldn't really say going on vacation next week, but my friends are coming to town. And because of that, I'm not going to be able to work on YouTube until they're, like, done. And I've been trying to keep, like, a semi-schedule, or, like, at least start a schedule of, like, uploading a long-form YouTube video every other week. I am immediately killing that schedule with having to take some time off, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to take time off. Taking time off is actually good and welcome, but in my brain, I'm like, oh, I have such inspiration to work on videos and I can't. Which one is that? Is that this one? That edge is that edge, so I want to kind of... Oh no, that's too far out. Came back to things about me. It is I who is coming next week. You are. You are, and I'm supposed to have if I'm following my regular YouTube schedule that I'm trying to do, I should have a YouTube video out, like, the day we leave for YetiCon, but I'm not gonna be doing that. I know full well I'm not doing that. I don't like the silhouette of this right now. I don't like the silhouette of this right now, but to be fair, I think the reference images I'm looking at, are of very skinny people, and I'm not very skinny. So I think I have to admit where I'm not gonna look like my reference image perfectly, because I am not itty bitty skinny mini. But YetiCon is going to be fun. YetiCon is going to be fun, and I don't know why my brain is like, ugh, I can't work. I think I am the type of person where I put so much of, like, my self-worth on whether I do job. I'm like, if I do my job, I get, like, points in my brain if I'm, like, productive to a certain degree. So in my brain, I'm like, my friends are going to be here. I'm not going to be able to be productive. I'm going to have to take time off and have fun. Like, that's a bad thing. Like, that's something to be, like, ashamed of, and not like that's something awesome. Just think of it. By the time we're on the road, you'll be so distracted it'll be just be whimsy and joy. Exactly. My joy and whimsy knows no bounds. Offset pattern outline by, like, 2.25 inches. Oh, I messed that up by doing that. Okay, don't fret. Trace's internal shape. And then I want to go, like, 1, 2, 1, 2. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, no, 1, 2, 3, 4. Duplicate his mirrored internal line. There we go. And then extend and trim to pattern outline. And then extend and trim to pattern outline. I promise there's a method to the madness here. There we go. 1, 2. And then the other side, 1, 2. And then this is going to cause some issues here. So I think what I want to do is I want to temporarily take this, I want to freeze it, and I want to archive it because I don't want that to mess up the integrity of, yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I don't want it to mess up the integrity of the vest. I don't want the vest to get all tangled up in this, which would make it more difficult. Oh, no. I have to pattern out this button placket. Come on. There we go. And then it's just that to there. That to there, and then that to that, and that to that. And now that lays a little flatter. What are you... Oh, you're not sewn together. I don't know why you do that. Thank you. Can you be normal, please? Thank you. Listen, now that they've released the full schedule for YetiCon, I can start getting excited and be like, oh my god! What joy! What whimsy! What merriment! Comic-Con with my friends! Oh, Lord. Don't do that. That to that. I need to make you, like, 2. I'm very excited. I am also very excited. It's gonna be very fun. I miss YetiCon. I have not been to YetiCon in a while. What are you? 3.251. 3.25251. And then I won't put a button there for stability's sake. There we go. Now I have a proper, actual, I can sew that together button placket. There we go. Now I'm feeling kind of silly about these. These are feeling a little bit sillyton. They feel like they could be longer. I think if I'm talking realism here, they could be longer. Like, they look ridiculous, but I think that's the point here. They're supposed to look a little bit crazy. Especially because I'm gonna have like a bow tie here as well. Do I have... You know, wear a little bow tie. Oh my god, our minds. Our minds, our brains. We just like mind melded there, Kimber. Jillian, what do you have to say about that? Again? All she's done today is die. Like last stream where all she was doing was falling asleep. This stream, all she's doing is dying. Jillian, wake up! Jillian! Poor thing. Tumblr sexy man so sexy, she died. Materials, hardware and trims. There are not any bows. What if I go online? Can I find a bow? Close shop. Connect. That's what it's called. I always forget. Bow. Bows. Can I see some bows here? I don't want to have to make a bow. I just want to be able to like download a free bow. Like trim. Bow. Why are you people charging money for these? I just want a free bow. Here we go. Bow. Bow. Add to cart. Yes. Item's already in your cart. Okay. Can I have this, please? I have to do this on another screen because for some reason, no matter if I'm downloading a free item from Clo, they always want to dox my full legal address. And no offense, I love you guys. I love streaming. I don't want you to know my home address. Even if it's not the home address I currently live in, I don't want you to know it. Can I show and explore? Thank you. Hardware and trims. Bow. Now can I refresh you? Wait. Teehee! You're the wrong color. You need to be black. There we go. Oh, and you're silk satin. You should be matte right now. Oh, Lord. Oh, I hate when it does this. I hate when it does this. Hi, can we... Not even close. This shouldn't have to move with the fabric, though, so I should be good if I can just get it in the right spot. Like that. What are you glued to? Oh, God. Oh, Lord. No, can we untack you, please? How do I untack you? Can I tack you nowhere? Okay, yeah, now you're tacked to something and you're not supposed to be. I just want the illusion of a little bow tie. I don't want it to be an actual attached to something bow tie. I just want the illusion of a little bow tie. Please. Don't make this difficult for me. There we go. Can I freeze you? Yes, you are frozen. There we go. That looks so silly now. Oh. Oh, the silly. Kind of obsessed, actually. Let me see if I can get rid of all these layers so I can get a better idea of what I'm working with here. Oh, why do particle distance 10? No, get back to 20. Thank you. Layer 0. Oh, stop it. This is cute. Shut up. Okay, I'm becoming a fan of this. I am becoming a fan of this. I think I want to do... I think I want to do an invisible zipper on the side on how to get into this, because there's no visible like front closure to this, and I don't want to make this too complicated and mess with things that I shouldn't be messing with, and like try and make some invisible closure here. I don't have time to do that. I'm making this costume in the span of a month, so I'm gonna keep it easy. I'm gonna keep it easy. I'm gonna keep it sleazy, which means it is time for this. Oh wow, that actually worked pretty well. Sometimes stripes are not exactly perfect. There we go. Can I create a perpendicular line here? Whoa. There we go. Think reverse direction. 3, 4. No, I don't think I like that. I think I need like 3. Because it needs to be rectangular in some sense. Now this makes him look like a corn. This makes him look like corn on the cob. Bill. Can I? He looks like corn on the cob. Bill. Bill, my friend, you can't be looking like this. I can't be looking like corn on the cob. Okay. Is that... That's almost perfect. Oh. There we go. Bill, I can't be looking like corn on the cob at DASHCON 2. They'll laugh at me. They'll laugh at me, Bill. Okay. Now this is the part where I make bricks, I guess. Like 1.5. How far apart are these? If I add point to the intersection. They're 4 inches apart. Okay. So if I go like 2, reverse direction. 3, 2, 1. There we go. And then I offset these by 4 inches. You gotta trust my process here. It seems crazy, but you gotta trust my process here, okay? Two in the opposite direction. There we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna do this. No, this, and then that, and then add point to intersection. Okay, here's where things get semi-tricky. Divide and turn a line. 2, 1, 2, and then. If I get this right, I better get a yippee. I better get a yippee for this. I did it. Tell me why I expected that to, like, backfire on me horribly. Yippee! Yippee! Thank you. I needed that. The yippee of encouragement. But then you see what I mean here? Now we have brick. Now this makes sense. And now, same deal on the back. Okay. So, start that, and that, right? Right? Yes. Okay. I don't know why I'm like constantly reassuring myself like this is something like anxiety inducing. Like this, if this doesn't work, I can just fix it. Boom. Wait. No, wait. Boom. Can I do something crazy here? And then this just a little bit more like that. And then no, that does make it look crooked. I thought I had like a genius idea here. I fear I do not. But do I prefer if the line comes up from here is the question. And I think the answer to the question is yes. Select you, deselect that, delete all of that. All right, I'll start from scratch. Fine. I have a proof of concept. That's all I need. I have a proof of concept. I just do that. I think I would prefer if it came up from there. So I'm just gonna do it. Extend trim to pattern outline. And these offset by 2. Both directions. Oh, no, both sides. I think it looks nice from the point. I'm just gonna be a little sad. Sad you gotta start over, but listen, that only took me like 5 minutes. Oh wait, no, I didn't consider this. One of these was 3 and the other one was 4. I'm crazy. How's the internal line? Can I get you like 4? Not both sides. There we go. And then can I get you and you're like 3? Any other direction? Yes, corn on the cob. I love your work. And we're back to cobbing it. We're back to corning it on that cob. You know what I mean? like you know what I mean? Like, you understand my heart? Says Kimber. I have a feeling that my corn humor is not appreciated. How far apart did I make these again? 3? Yeah. Both sides. And that almost lines up perfectly. I just need to take this and go like down, down, down. There we go. And extended trim. And then you are 4. don't need you on both sides. I need you on this side. And I need like one of you. There we go. There we go. Okay. I take these. I do that. I do that. And I just go point to intersection. Okay. Now we're back to something. Wait. No, we're not. 2 inches. I didn't consider that I need to add these. Oops. Okay, there we go. At point intersection. There we go. Now that and that. Right? No, you and that. And that. No. And that. And then you and you, right? Right? Yes, I have the concept. I have the concept. We're fine. 2, 1, 1. And then I need that. And that. And then that. And then that. And then that. It's math. I'm not sure what math, but I'm sure it is math. Oh, that looks so much better. But is that too many bricks? Is that too much visual clutter? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows of bricks. And this reference image has how many rows of bricks? 1, 2, 3, 4. He doesn't even have consistent bricks. You suck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many rows do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 rows of bricks. Ugh. Man. Okay, 3rd time's a charm. I'm so particular about my own costumes that I'm like, fine. Run it back. One more time. One more time, okay? I promise you we will get it this time. I swear to God, we are going to get it this time. You don't understand. You don't get it. But first, I'm going to take a few second bathroom break, and I'll be right back. But then, we're going back to Bill. Thank you very much. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, sorry. I'm back, my bad. Eek. Eek. I'm back. We're back to this. I swear to God, we're gonna do it this time. It was just playing Bardcore Touch, now it's playing actual touch. Wait, that's so fun. I made you 3 before. Can I make you 4? Not both sides. Reverse direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. You do need to be 4. And then what about you? If I make you 4, you're like, yeah, 5. Okay. Corn. Gonna try this. Oh, not quite. I thought I could get it lining up perfect first try. Almost. Then can I do like that? Does that work? I don't think you're perfectly aligned to the right. There we go. That actually might work. I have a concept. I have a concept of a plan here. And if this works, we're set for life. Baby, we're set for life. I think I made you guys 4 inches apart. Both sides. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, now I have concepts of a plan, you see. So you are 5, so you need to be 2.5. Not both sides. I just need one of you. There we go. There we go. Okay. Corn on the cob. Corn on the cob, don't fail me down. Corn on the cob, I'm hoping for a win here. Point to intersection. Then can I extend you? Add point to intersection. Okay. I need that. And I need not that. I need that. Yes. 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 Yeah, that's so much better. Then I want to get rid of that. There we go. And then I also want to get rid of that. And I want to get rid of that. Here we go. Now we're thinking about things. Now we're thinking about things. I need that one, but then not that one. And that one. That one. This is taking so much mental thought. Looks good with the bigger bricks. Thank you. I agree. I think it looks a lot better with the bigger bricks. It took 3 tries, but listen, we got there. Yeah. Yeah, this is the answer. This looks like Bill Cipher. This is looking like Bill Cipher. Oh my god. I actually want to make this 5. But that way. I want to lift up the back of this a smidge. No, not you. you. Why do you have so many curve points? Oh, you only have one. I'm just crazy. There we go. And then pattern outline. Extend trim, pattern outline. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Just clean things up a little bit. There we go. Look at that. And on the center back, I can add trim where I need for the bricks. Oh, this is sick. Oh, this is so sick. I want to make the collar larger. I want to make this bigger. I want to bring this more over. Okay, or not. That is that side. So you actually need to go like that. Can I strengthen you both? What happens when I do that? Oh, you do that. Interesting. Okay, now you feel like you sit too far out. So how do you like normally sit? Because that feels like too much, but it's supposed to be a lot. Might be one of those things that I won't be able to tell until I'm actually wearing it. Okay. Now the cape. And for the cape, I'm going to take all of this and I'm going to freeze it. The cape is... Oh. Ew. No, wait. Ew. What is going on here? Oh, you look bad. Oh, you look ugly. Ew. What happened here? There we go. Something ugly happened here. Cut and sew. Thank you. Something ugly happened here, I say. And smooth the curve. I just want to go 1, 2, 3. I think it goes too far out on the back. Like the armhole. Like, I think that is too much. So I think I will bring that in a little bit. Like that. That's much better. There we go. In a moment where things were ugly. Okay, scooting in, locking in. I say that like I'm not locked in right now. Like, oh, I have to lock in. I'm locked in. I am here. I'm locked in. Can you not do that, please? Like, it looks fine on one side, and on the other side, it seems to want to stick out too much. So I'm like, can we go back to doing what we're supposed to do? I think it might be the bow. The bow might be causing a little bit of issue here. Can I unfreeze you? Can I briefly deactivate you? Please. Thank you. I'm excited for DASHCON too. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to like be able to be silly. Be able to be silly and wear like silly costumes. I go through like phases where I do like very serious builds that I'm like very proud of. And then sometimes where I just do like silly things and I'm like, man, this is the joy of cosplay. Sometimes I love doing things that are like serious, heavy, intense builds that are like quote unquote serious characters. And other times I want to cosplay a Tumblr sexy man because I think it's funny. I contain multitudes, you see. You see, I contain multitudes. Sometimes I want to cosplay, I want to pattern Bill Cipher while listening to Sabrina Carpenter, and I think I should be allowed. I'm very excited to see all the cringe but free cosplays. Listen, cringe and free. Not cringe, not but, and. I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to save a copy of it, because I'm worried that the cape is going to somehow mess things up. Bill Cipher mock-up Peyton size cape. Beep, 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 beep. My cringe but free nation. Because listen, sometimes you just have to cosplay silly things. It makes your soul, it like heals your soul. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. It's like that. But then, do I want it to go all the way out like that? No, I don't. I want it like that. Do I want you to perfectly line up like that? I don't know if I do. That makes you feel so long. You're not that long. You're shorter. There we go. Okay. Now I want to take everything. I want to freeze it. Then I want to take this. I want to copy paste. And then looking at the back, it's like, I'd say that row. Oh, you don't go all the way to the boundaries? Oops. Extend and trim pattern outline. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now, oh, where'd the point go? Excuse me. Thank you. That's the outer, that's the outer. I'm making, he has like this like little capey thingy that goes over his shoulders. And it kind of just seems like it would be easiest to like build it off of the existing pattern that I have for this. Why do you have curve points on you? You should not have curve points on you. That's disgusting. And then the rest of this cape, I want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of that, and I want to get rid of that. Because then it's just like, I don't think it's a particularly complicated pattern. But I think for like proportion's sake, it's just easy to build it off of the existing. Like if I shoulder, 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 shoulder. Yes. And then I can strengthen you to give you a little bit more form. There we go. And then I can symmetric pattern you like that. Not like that. I swear to God, I have a concept here. I have a concept here. See? Never doubt me. Never doubt me. I always have a plan. Unstrengthen. It feels wrong somehow. I'm gonna strengthen it back out. I don't know why. It feels like it's like too wide or something. I'm gonna unfreeze all of this. Oh, that's why. That's why. This needed to flex. But now, if I'm looking at it from the front, could that be further down? I feel like maybe it could. Let me test something. Oh, that's what went on here. I understand now. I'm like, why do things seem like they're too wide? They are. I will fix this. Get out of here. Thank you. Like that. And then, where did that piece go? Oh, it's from here. Then I can go 1, 2, 1, 2. And then I think I have a concept here. I had a concept there for a second too, but it kind of messed up a little bit, so. Oh, how did you end up all wonky? Oh, you're underneath. Okay. This is just me talking to my pattern. Peyton talks to their pattern simulator. I like that. And then I could put like a button right there. And then can I mirror paste? Duplicate a symmetry pattern. Oh, you have 2 buttons. Silly. Like that. Or I can scoot it up a little bit further. There we go. And then I just like right there, duplicate. Oh, not as a buttonhole. No. Duplicate a symmetric pattern. There we go. And then around the back, we still have the cape. And then I can, like, hearing you vocally run through it because it makes more sense what's happening. Me as I'm like, what is going on? Bill Cipher. There's a good picture of him. There's oomph. I love calling Bill Cipher oomph. That's oomph. What do you mean? That's oomph. I am now going to add what is it called? His eye to the back of this. 10. It still could be bigger. Get larger. There we go. That looks horrifying. Opacity 50. Could it be bigger than that? No, that feels good. Now I'm just going to trace this. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? No, this would actually be way more complicated in Clo than it would be if I just open this up in Illustrator. So I'm going to open this up in Illustrator. There we go. Let me pull that bad boy up. Oh, Lord. Downloads. There we go. No, wrong image. Where is he? There you are, you little freak. How big is this artboard? Can I make you like 10 by 10? Oh, you're 7 by 7, so you're actually not that bad. 50. And then get larger. Too large. I'm starting to learn the values of using other programs, because when I first started using Clo, I'd be like, well, I want to do everything in Clo, when I could really save myself so much like a issue if I just did this in Illustrator. Rulers, show rulers. Like, I'm gonna save myself easily like 20 minutes of like annoyance with Clo if I just do this in Illustrator. And I can do this so stinking fast in Illustrator. Like, there we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then how do I change how many of these there is again? Okay, that's not what I meant to do. Hi? Never mind. I've been using Illustrator for years. You'd think, Peyton, you know how to use this, right? Don't ask me that. Don't ask me questions you don't want to know the answer to. Okay. Select, object, path, outline stroke. I want to take. Oh my god, I don't want to select Bill. Control D. No. Select. Deselect. I'm just used to other programs where deselect is like Control D and then not in like Adobe products where it's like Control Shift A or something. Control D always does different things. Control Shift V. Perfect. Reflect. 1, 2. How did you end up crooked? What the? Okay, try that again. 1, 2. Thank you. I'm gonna delete this guide. Perfect. Oh, there's like an ever so slight little dip right there. I see what the deal is here. Get out of there. There we go. Now, let me get rid of this image. And then boom, boom, save. Sewing, Misk Cartoons, Bill Cipher cropped. And look at how fast that was. That was like nothing. That was absolutely nothing. And then export it as like a PNG. Oh my god, Mr. Bill, huge fan of your work. I'm not, I'm just afraid. I'm a huge fan of his work, personally. Okay, there we go, back to Clo. And now I can just add in the Clo image that I just made. Then you're too small, so I just make you larger. And then I just scoot you down. Not that down. Scoot you, scoot you. No. Scoot, 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 scoot. Scoot. There we go. And look at that. Should I add the white in the center? I think I should, yeah. Can I trace this as an internal shape? Does it let me do that? Oh, you're not centered. That's going to cause me issue. Trace as internal shape. That did work. Whoa. That did work. I'm going to keep it like that, though. Because I don't need this to be perfect, because I'm not quite turning it into something right now. This is just my personal pattern for my personal mock-up at this point. Oh, Lord. Why did you do that? Cut. Oh, that's a cool way to make Bill Cipher. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going based off of like the iconic Tumblr sexy man design of him. Because there's no other place to cosplay a Tumblr sexy man than when you're guesting at DASHCON 2. So I was like, it's now or never, frankly. Actually, now that I have this like this. Wait, go back to before they were merged. Why are you not? Evil diagram. Evil graphic. Oh, the graphic is the right size. It is the, it is that is not. I see what's going on here. Align to the left. It's not a commission. No, it's for me. It's for me. I'm actually making something for myself. What a shock. I didn't know I was capable of doing that, to be frank. Can I scoot that over? Oh, wow. Divide internal line. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, you are throwing a tantrum. I'm not going to mess with that. It's going to throw a tantrum on me, so I'm just not going to do that. No, this one's for me. That means it's likely you will post the complete end result? Oh, yes, I will. Everybody's going to be sick of me and this pattern, to be quite honest with you. There we go. Because I am so hyped to make this. And I'm wearing it to guest at a con, so I'm gonna get my wear's worth out of it. We'll just call it that. I will enjoy it. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm excited. I'm excited to post, to like get started working on it and start like posting about it and filming it and stuff. I think with a lot of my like personal sewing projects, I've been wanting to like turn them into YouTube videos. So like, for example, a lot of my chapel progress I've been recording because I know that I'm going to turn chapel into a YouTube video. And I think I'm going to do the same probably for Bill, because I think what a fun YouTube video it is to document the process of making a Tumblr sexy man costume to go to the DASHCON. Like, it's perfect. But I think that marks Bill as officially drafted, which the fact that he took 2 hours is crazy. He's not that complicated. He's not that complicated, but apparently I was throwing a fit. Apparently I was being so stinking particular about it. I'm gonna unstrengthen this. There we go. Now you can see what it looks like with the yellow. Now you can see kind of what we're working with on a base idea. Yellow vest, white and black shirt, and then I'll have black pants, and then wig, eye patch, makeup. It'll be so beautiful to wear one contact all day and have makeup only on one eye. I'm gonna look a little bit crazy. I can't wait. I always see people when they cosplay like Rosalina from like Mario and stuff, where they have like their one eye with makeup on it and the other eye with nothing on it. That's gonna be me. That's exactly what I'm gonna look like. But with that, I think it's time to do some touch-ups on some commissiones. Because I have 3 commissions right now that are client approved or client approved pending a couple of changes. So let me swap over to one of those. Where is she? Barbie! I'm gonna save this. I think I did just save it, but I'm gonna save it again. Jelline, how do we feel?
It's free real estate.
It is free real estate. It is free real estate. Thank you. Where did I put Barbie? TV and movies? I did. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Back to Barbie. I don't have a lot of changes to make on this. Luckily, it was very well liked. My hat. I love that it didn't give me my hat. I can put the hat on. Yay, my hat. I don't have a lot of changes to make on this. I just need more of these little petals at the waist. So I'm going to double the amount of petals that are there. But right now, that needs to be more even again. Because right now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 petals on each waist. I want there to be more. What's the scientific number? I don't know. I just want there to be more. Can I split you perfectly in half? Can I split you perfectly in half, please? Thank you. Can I split you perfectly in half? You should all be instance patterns of each other, but apparently I was not feeling very smart. Oopsies. I think I'm just gonna straight up like double these. Are these frozen? They are. Okay, I'm going to unfreeze. I'm actually gonna take everything and then freeze it, except for this. There we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna double the amount of petals that are here, because I agree. I think this needs to have way more petals. I think this needs more petals. I always think more petals is a good idea, frankly. So like if I do that, that's not gonna want to sit on the layer over top. That's gonna want to go underneath like that. Oh, why are you like crumpling? You scare me so bad, girl. Stop that. Thank you. There we go. And then I just do that again. Where is the instance pattern button? Instance pattern. There we go. And then you end up like that and that. I'm just sewing them in between the existing petals, letting them have their moment of glitching out. But I think that will give me the look that I want and like give them more fullness here, while also not being a pain to sew together. I think this looks really nice. I think this looks way better. I think this looks way better. I still have my qualms with this dress and not being able to properly get the right silhouette going on here. Oh, why are you? Hi? You're between that, you're between that, you're between these. Right? Yeah, and then you're between those. Then why was the other one causing issues being between these? 1, 2, please. I think it gets a little bit mad because it like wants to clip with this bodice fabric, and I have to be like, no, no, don't do that. Okay, and then instance pattern. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. I take all of these and I strengthen them to give them like a little bit more body here. And then unstrengthen them to let them fall again. Strengthen, stop, stop. There we go. Unstrengthen, freeze. There we go. That looks so much better. Wow. Oh, and now because you're all instance patterns, you're mad at me. That's why you're not instance patterns. Move linked editing. Symmetric pattern. Get over here. I take all of these and I unfreeze you. And then I strengthen you so that you stop doing that. Hi, can we stop doing that, please? Hi, can we just be normal? All the rest of these are normal, except for you. Can you chill? The answer to can you chill is apparently no. Yeah, these want to like throw a fit. That's fun. Can I unfreeze you for a second then? Oh. Now, don't do that. Okay. Can we... This might be a terrible idea. 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 Actually, not as bad as I thought. Actually, yeah, it is as bad as I thought. Never mind. Where are all the bodice feathers? They're up here. Yes. I want to take all of these horrific giant pile of bodice feathers, and I just want to freeze you. Do not move. Do not move. Don't even think about moving, actually. And everything else can get unstrengthened and strengthened again. And then unstrengthen to let it fall a little bit. There we go. That's a little better. That is much better. And then if I could, like, get some pictures of that, send it off to the client. Bada bing, bada boom. Kind of want to add one to the center front here. Let me just... What part of the skirt is the center front? Or is this like a petal that's the center front? That is. Let me sew this right to this petal. Everything except for this petal is getting frozen. Yeah, I figured that would throw a tantrum. Please don't do that. Just do what you're supposed to do, please. There we go. There we go. That's much better. That feels nice. Yay. That is the only adjustment I had to do to that. Other than that, this is finished. It looks a little bit silly colors because it's all frozen right now, which tints everything blue. But we got something cute going on here. We got something cute. Which one is next? Add more small petals to waist. Next one is the citizen coat. Yes. Okay. Where is my current project image for that? There you are. It feels very good to have a bunch of commissions that are pretty much almost all fully drafted except for a couple little changes here. It feels nice to not have like... There are times where I have like a bunch of commissions that I haven't even started drafting on yet, and it always makes me feel bad. I think I currently have 3 commissions I haven't started drafting on, but I've got those all in the last like week, so I don't feel that bad. Sometimes it'll be like a month in and I have not started drafting things, and I always feel so guilty. What's this called again? Dragon Age Citizen Coat, yes. 510, 1053. Extra large icons. Ah, yes. Yes, because I was fiddling with this one after stream. That's why the time looks wrong on it. This one is done and completely approved. The only thing is we weren't quite sure about how we were going to close this corset. And now that I know how to close the corset, I have to add that closure. So I kind of... That's the center back, right? Yes. I kind of need to do something a little bit silly here. where I essentially... We're going to have it like Velcro over itself or like close over itself somehow. But we needed like some way. We essentially need like an extra flap here. Pretty much. So that can't get to that anymore. This needs to merge. Yeah. And that gets traced as an internal shape. This gets just completely removed. These. Wait. Oh, Lord. I need to actually freeze all of this with the exception of this panel. And then... Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. To be quite honest. That's what I figured would happen. Yeah, that is going to throw a tantrum, but I'm going to let that do that at a later date. I'm going to just archive that. Oh, not activate. I meant archive, please. Archive. Thank you. Yeah, because then that starts throwing a tantrum. But what I need to do is I need to, like, take that and sew it to that. So that I can see. There we go. And essentially take this. Take this and pretty much extend it like that. Same with this. Extend. Like, we're essentially adding like a little modesty panel almost thing in here, like a little overlap to give us something to work with. There we go. And then this little belt, I want to unarchive you. I don't want to take this. I want to freeze you. Or I want to strengthen you, I think. Unfreeze. Okay, and then you are going to be the top layer, so I'm just going to make you layer 2. So you can do that. There we go. What is that? Why are you up there? That's so scary. Get out of there. And then smooth curve. Just smooth this down. There we go. Now we have a little overhangy piece. So now they can sort of strap over each other. And then say if I like offset this by like, I don't know, like an inch, half an inch, reverse that. And then take this offset by like half inch, reverse. I don't want it extended. There we go. Now I have a spot that kind of marks out where like Velcro would go. Like that. Like that. Now I have a little spot where Velcro would go. Doesn't exactly make sense on that side because that side doesn't Velcro shut. But now this corset can sort of like wrap around and then Velcro here in the back. And then we have a way to open and close it. Because I wasn't too sure what kind of closure situation I wanted to deal with this. So I wanted to like ask the client. And I was like, how do you feel? So I will take a screenshot of that. There we go. Screenshot of that to send to the client and be like, hey, I added a closure, added a little spot that like signifies where you'd like attach Velcro, and then you can kind of Velcro it together. And I think that's probably the smartest way to do this. And then there's like a little overhang bit here, which makes sure that like it doesn't like shift and stick out too much. But that feels good. And then last one of the day is the Volo tunic. Okay. Changing the current project to Volo tunic, please. Volo! Marco! Volo! Is Volo also in here? He is. Perfect. I have all of my patterns sorted by like type. So like I have a folder called like miscellaneous video games. And I was like, is Volo in there too? Okay. So number one thing is these don't have enough volume, like these little overhangy bits. So I think what I'm going to try something. Full fullness line. Oh, no. Not that. Fullness point. Draw slash line. Do that. I just want to like make these a little bit more slashed out to hopefully add some more volume. I think this might be a smart way to do it. Oh God. That caused everything issues. Can I just take everything except for these two and just freeze you? And this thing I don't need anymore because I determined that what I did was okay. Oh, now you want to like throw a tantrum. I see what you're doing. I see what's going on here. You're throwing a tantrum. I'm gonna make you layer 2. I want to make sure this knows that it sits underneath you. But then, at the same time, this is causing me issues. So I'm just going to archive it for a second. Ooh, excuse me. Jesus. Okay, drink time. I think that's the number 1 sign that I need a drink. Good Lord. Oh my God. Wow.
Dirty brown water.
Dirty brown water. What did I start choking on? Oh my God. Look, my eyes are watering. Am I okay? Merciless Gecko has redeemed a hydration check, which means that you, at home, are legally required to take a sip of your drink and then tell me what you're drinking. I am drinking a Canadian delicacy, which is a juice called Five Alive, in hopes to cure whatever is ailing me right now. Oiter! I love the face Nerith makes when I'm drinking out of a straw. She does not know what to do with this information. Can I like... I kind of want to make these almost pleaty. I want to see if I can do that. If I can make these like pleaty. Okay, I can, but they just look ugly. Never mind. I'm like, can I make these like pleaty? I can. They just look ugly. Then that only gives volume at the bottom. It doesn't give volume at the top. So can I try something here? No, not like that. That's not what I meant to do. All of these. Get out of here. Like, if I do like that, and then like this. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, I'm not crazy. Is that too much volume? That is too much volume. No, I actually don't like how this looks at all. I thought I would. I don't. Not even the bits that I extended out earlier. Okay. One more time. Freeze. Archive. Delete. Okay, stop doing that. Thank you. The actual reference image, it has like some bits of like pleating to it. So can I create a little bit more there? If I like take these and I go weep and I go womp, can I do what I think I can? I can. Not like that though. I wanted it the other way. Okay. I have a thought. Actually, no, I don't. I've never thought in my life. I had a thought, and then I was like, no, actually, I actually like how this looks. I think I put the pleat like there, and then that pleat like there. Yeah, and then I hate when it adds all these unnecessary lines. I do not want you here. Get out. Oh my god, we're still Voloing? We are back to Volo because Volo needs a couple of adjustments. We are back to Volo because he needs just a few little adjustments. He needs some more volume in these bad boys. So that's what I'm doing right now, as well as adding little lines that my client can add a little bit of pleating if they so desire. Because I know for a fact that Clo3D hates pleating, so I'm not going to try and make it pleat things right now. Can I make these? They do go together in a point. Yes. I'm like, 'cause I was at an appointment, but hi, how did Bill ciphering go? Oh my god, Sam, let me show you. Let me show you, because Volo's not actually too hard to open. If he was like a hard project to open, I'd be like, I won't show you. But I'll show you because I care. Because I care and I want to show him off. Bill Cipher, Peyton size cape. There we go. Give him a second to load. He's so silly. He's so silly. My silly Blinkus. I had to redo these bricks like 3 times. Because they would not want to turn out right. But then the cape on the back and his silly bow tie and his big fat collar. He's gonna be so fun. He's gonna be so fun. I am so excited to get him done. I'm so excited to start working on him and then get him done. I was saying, I'm like, I'm gonna be like those cosplayers who cosplay like Rosalina, and they do like huge cartoony makeup on their one eye, and then their other eye, which is under like her bang, has no makeup on it at all. That's gonna be me with Bill's stupid little eye patch. It's gonna be so funny. I'm gonna look like a goober. There we go. That's some more volume. And then if I like, yeah, smooth that curve out a bit because it's a little bit messed right now. Like that. There we go. And then I just sort of like put some lines here. I'd be like, this is where you should pleat it. This is where you could add pleats if you would like. This I'm going to make layer 2. I'm going to unarchive. I'm going to strengthen. Please don't cause problems. Please don't cause problems. Please don't cause problems. What? I made you layer 2. Get out of there. Get out of there. Hello? Come on. What is that? That's the underbelt? No, that's the overbelt. The overbelt's not over the belt. Pardon me. What is this? This belt is not happy. Actually, going to take these. Going to archive them. just focusing on the main belt right now. You are layer 2, right? I did make you layer 2. I'm not crazy. I did make you layer 2. Can you be 20, please? Hi. Hi. What are you doing? Get out! Thank you. That was too much. It was very much too much. There we go. And it's already kind of wanting to plead a little bit itself. Perfect. Unarchive. Superimpose over. And I take these two. And I unarchive those. And then I bring them up here. And they get superimposed over. Perfect. Perfect. And then I can unfreeze everything. And unstrengthen everything. There we go. There's some more volume. That's much better. That has a lot more life to it than it did before. That's good. Yay! He was looking a little bit sad. A little sad and pathetic. But now he looks better. That's oomph. I love saying that's oomph about completely random characters. Like, I don't know anything about Volo. I've not played this Pokemon game. That is oomph to me. Not the sound of me slurping the last of my juice. Ooh, and the... Ooh. My glass straw. Ow. I didn't like that noise. Did not like that noise. I like it. I like it. I like it. This feels good. This feels nice. This feels correct. Yeah. I like this. Sweet. Yay. Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, it looks naked here. Where'd the chat go? Jillian, where did the chat go?
I believe in Joe Hendry.
You know, I appreciate that, girl. Not the question not an answer to my question at all, though. I asked where the chat went. A haunted image! Oh my god, E.T. Michael. E.T. Michael with he finger up. I went for Kimber! We have to collect our daily hauntings before the stream ends, of course. Oh good, me dragging Peter around. I love that one. Always good images. Always good images. And this time, like, 2-3 weeks from now, we're gonna have a whole selection of new images. I really need to add some of the horrifying chapel images that Kimber provided me. I think those need to be part of the daily haunting. Specifically this one, I think personally would make a really good haunted image. I'm also a big fan of this one because I look gone. I look lost. I look like a lost child. I look confused and scared and lost. Somebody help the small child, please. I love them so bad. They're so funny. I think that is going to call it for me, though. Now that I've got all my work done, I think that is going to call it for me today because that's all the work. This is such a post-con look, but it wasn't even post-convention. Exactly. That I'm going to look even worse after Yeti. I'm going to look even scarier. I'm going to be sweaty. It's going to be scary. But yeah, that was all the work I wanted to get done today. So, oopsies. Oopsies. Oopsies, I say, as if this is not like a normal length of a stream for me. But yeah. Thank you guys for coming. A little bit of a quieter stream today, but that's life, man. That's life. I'll be back Monday, same time as always, 3 p.m. What will I be doing on Monday? Probably more patterning, to be frank. My name's not Frank, but to be frank. I'm probably going to do more patterning because I want to get a little bit more of a head start on my commissions before I go on my little breaky vacation. So I'll do that. And then we will be all set for me to go on my breaky vacation and then party at YetiCon because there won't be a stream next Thursday or the following Monday or the following Thursday because I'm hanging out with my friends. Two of which are in chat right now. Love my friends. Two of which, the two friends that I will be hanging out with. Yeah. Fun stream, yay stream, joyous stream, joy and whimsy and merriment, and all such sort of things. Yeah. Bye, everybody. I'm gonna hold it until I go away.